Hey, how's it going guys? My name is Anand and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about Google Ads attribution models. When a conversion occurs, a customer may do multiple searches and interact with multiple ads from the same advertiser. An attribution model will let you choose how much credit each click gets for your conversions. I'm going to be going through different attribution models in this presentation, and at the end of the video I will show you how you can change your attribution model, when and how to choose an attribution model. So let's get straight into things. The first attribution model is last click, and basically in a last click model all the credit goes to the last clicked ad and the corresponding keyword. So let's take a simple example. If you have an e-commerce store and if a customer visits your website using a Google ad, but then they don't convert, but on the same day he or she clicks on a second ad and then they convert, then the credit will go to the second ad because that was the last ad that was clicked, and that's basically last click attribution model. And generally this is the default, or this is what the Google Ads account is defaulted to. So when you set up a new conversion on Google Ads, it will be by default set to last click. The second type of model is first click, and as the name suggests, all the credit for the conversion goes to the first ad that was clicked and the corresponding keyword. So that's your first click model. The next one is linear. So in this case, the credit is evenly divided for the conversion equally across all the clicks on the path. So if there were 5 clicks that resulted in the conversion, then the credit will go to each of those clicks. So that's linear model. Then you have time decay, where it's an incremental credit format where the credit is given on an incremental basis, and more credit is given to the last click. So basically the credit is distributed using a 7-day half-life model. In other words, a click 8 days before a conversion gets half as much credit as click 1 day before a conversion. So that's how you can remember it. The next one is position-based conversion or position-based attribution model. And as you can see in the graph, 40% of the conversion goes to the first and the last click ads and the corresponding keyword, while the remaining 20% is spread out evenly across all the other clicks in the path. So if there were 4 clicks that resulted in a conversion, then 40% goes to the first click, 40% goes to the last click, and then 10% to the second and 10% to the third. That's how position-based attribution model works. Then you have data-driven. So this is like for big advertisers who spend a lot of money. Basically the requirement is you need to have 15,000 clicks in your ad account. There should be 600 conversions in the past 30 days, and the credit for the conversion is based on the campaign performance and all the historical conversions. And Google basically uses machine learning model to figure out which click or which ad or which campaign should get credit. So with the data-driven model, your conversion attribution really depends on your account's historical performance, and it needs some data, and the data is basically 15,000 clicks and 600 conversions. So if you're starting out new, I wouldn't recommend, and actually you won't be even able to select this model because you would just not have enough data. So that's your different types of attribution models. And I want to give you three good reasons of why you should change and select a model. The number one reason is it helps you to find opportunities. Basically, by setting an attribution model, you are able to figure out which click or which keyword and which ad resulted in a conversion, or you are able to find out which ad and which keyword contributes to maximum conversion. And this helps you to find out customers earlier on their path to conversion. So it helps you to find more opportunities. The second reason is every business is different. You might be using just one single ad and that takes them directly to a product page for conversion, or you might be using a multi-phase approach where you run multiple ad campaigns, and your first two campaigns might be just warming up the audience. Excuse me. Your first two campaigns might be just warming up the audience where you are generating brand awareness, and finally your third ad or third campaign is about conversions. So what I'm trying to say is every business is different, and by choosing a model you are able to adapt or customize your model based on your business. So definitely try out different models and figure out what type of campaigns you run, how many campaigns you run, and based on that you can choose a model that fits well for your business. And then finally, it helps you to improve your bidding, which is very important, right? Because when you know which ads are performing better, you're able to optimize your bids based on a better understanding of how your ads are performing. So those are the three good reasons of why you need to change and select a model, and not just depend on last click default attribution model. Alright, so you might be asking, so which is the best attribution model? Well, as I mentioned earlier, there is no simple answer, but I can help you to figure out which model is right for you. So if you want to understand which channels generate new prospects, then first click attribution model will be great. If you want to know which channels are your closers, then last click attribution model is good. And if you want to know get like high level data and figure out contribution across multiple channels, then any of the linear or position based attribution model is good, because it's gonna attribute or give credit to each of those channels that contributed in a conversion. So that's how you can figure out a model that fits your business, by asking these questions. So that's pretty much it, guys, in terms of different attribution models. Now I'm going to show you very quickly how you can change or how you can select an attribution model. Okay, so let's jump into Google Ads and click on the tools icon and then click conversions. And then when you're setting up a new conversion, click on the plus icon, hit website, and then let's say you want to create a conversion tag for your e-commerce store, then select purchase. If you want to create a conversion tag, or if you want to create conversions for a lead, then you can use this. If it's just a product page view, then you can select this, and then if it's anything else, you can choose other. Provide a conversion name, set a conversion value, and then look at this attribution model. This is where you will select your attribution model. Simply click on this drop down and you have these 5 different options. Last click, this is by default. This is your first click, or linear, time decay, and then position based. And then, as I mentioned earlier, data driven is disabled for me because I don't have enough data or conversion data, so you won't be able to use that. But that's how you can select your attribution model. Select one, create and continue, and that's pretty much it. Alright, if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Thank you.